that working? Okay. Let's see. Can't see anything chats right now. Here we are. Here we are. Okay. All right, let me grab. How are y'all doing? Hey y'all. I think it's like, I feel like my camera, oh well. Hey. Nice to see y'all this morning. Hi. So good to see y'all this morning on the chatty chats. It's kind of, should I change this camera? I feel like I should change it a little bit. You know what? I'm gonna switch it around like this. Ooh. You can see my belly for a second. Oh, now it's upside down. That ain't gonna work. My bad. Oh well. Sorry. It's just gonna be a little bit more to the right today. Just cause I wanted y'all to see more of the paint, not my crap. Thanks, Linda. Very good, very good. Good to see you. So I've had some ideas for some florals rolling around in my head. And we can do this in our journals. What I'd like to do is a little bit of both. Is do a little bit of florals in our journal and see how we can make it work for our journals so we can write around it. And then it would be really fun to do like an actual painting. This is a sketch. This is one of my favorite sketches. I did it last year. It's a contour sketch. Hey, is that Naz? Naz, is that you? I wonder if that's you. Actually my journal, oh, it's right here. Hold on a sec. Okay. I decorated my journal last night and it was super fun. I love this folky style. I think it's funny because when I was in high school, no one could pin a style in my clothes. I would be preppy one day, really grunge with the flannels and the baggy the next day. I think I wore all black one day. My whole thing was like I didn't want anyone putting me in a box. And so, hey Sandy from Germany. So I think it's fun to be able to explore. I feel like that's kind of translated to my art too because I haven't really pegged a style. I mean, I have a style for myself, but as far as I don't like just limiting myself to that style. So this is a floral sketch, and I got this new paper. Y'all have probably already seen it. Maybe you haven't. Where's the other one? Oh, right here. It is called an oil and acrylic paper. I almost fell over in my office. Hi, Michelle. And it's got like a texture to it. Do you see that? I thought that would be kind of fun to play with and see what watercolor would do on it. It's not watercolor paper, but I love exploring different things. So, I'm excited for you, Michelle. If you ordered the owl stamps with another set of stamps that on the pre-order, they'll come with the pre-order stamps. Hey, guys. Hey. Yes, I do art. I art a lot. So, I want to try some of this floral stuff. Let's try something in here. Let's see. I'm going to try not to take up too much of y'all's time. So this is my journal. This is Tomoe River 68 gram paper. It does so well. Oh, and it should be on its way to you, Michelle. It should be on its way to you already because I already sent my orders out. They might be slow though because of the virus and stuff. Hey, Cat Dimples from California. Where did I get it? The TN. Where did I get the insert? Is that what you're asking? I think that's what you're asking. I'm not sure. So, okay. The insert is like posted in, I get it from Taroko Shop on Etsy. And they just opened back up again. And I have it listed. If you want to go right now to look, it's posted. The link is posted in my last live video that I did last night. But anything that I talk about my insert is always going to be posted because everybody asks me about my inserts. Okay, so I'm going to just pull out some of the tools that I like to use for contour drawing. I enjoy variations in my lines. So I'll explain some of the stuff that I'm using, some of the stuff. I just don't want to take up too much of your time. If y'all don't care, let me know, but I don't want to just take up too much of your time. Everyone's sheltering in place today. Do y'all want to hear about my pencils, the stuff that I like to use, or no? Tell me what you think. These are things like I could do a class for later or refilm it later when I'm more... Hey, Smoky Fireside. Okay, cool. Well, I'll do this. This is great practice for me for filming for classes. So I have been doing art for... I don't know how long it's been. I think I posted my first portrait back in 2014 or 15. I never thought I was an artist ever. And then I was like, you know what? I never thought I was a photographer before I started shooting pictures and just took the name of that I'm a photographer. And I really am a photographer. I'm a professional photographer. And I feel like there's really something important and special about just calling that out in yourself. So I was like, I'm an artist, you know? So don't say you're not an artist because everybody has an artist inside them. Hey, Sandra. Oh gosh, 52 people. I'm so glad to see everybody. So I've been doing this for a little while, and of course I've been inspired by different people, and I've gotten to kind of curate what I like and what people use. There's some people that I have watched that I don't really particularly like their style, but I like the lines that they make or whatever. All of this is important for what you like to do. And it's important to make sure to keep track of what is it that brings you joy with something and what does not bring you joy, because you don't want to keep doing the stuff that doesn't bring you joy, and you want to keep honing in and like what is it called? Just kind of concentrating down what is it exactly that brings you joy in your art. Oh, you're so sweet, Stacy. Julia, I will not be drawing a French bulldog. I'm sorry. I am not a realism artist. I have been able to accept that in myself. I'm an abstract and expressionism artist. I could do an expressionistic French bulldog at some point, but I'm doing florals today because a lot of women love flowers. That's really sweet. Hey, Donna. Hey, Tressa. Okay, so contour, what contour drawing means is where you draw without picking up your pencil. It is my favorite. I learned about this from a live workshop from Wendy Brightbill. She highly influences me. I say I'm highly influenced by her. I have so many of her pictures and her paintings. I'm a massive collector of her work. And I could probably have my own art gallery of Wendy paintings. And I just love, love, love. Oh, thanks, Sandy. Which one? I love her work. So I'm very much inspired by her. But I'm trying to figure out, I don't want to completely do what she does. I want to do what I do, but I'm definitely inspired by her. So I learned about contour drawings from Wendy. And what I loved about it was the fact that it made my brain have to shut off. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Because I'm not naturally bent as an artist. Like I had to learn this. I didn't like pop out of the womb and just start drawing really good. Those types of people tend to do the French Bulldog in a very realistic way. Wendy Brightbill is her name. If you have not, actually, I will show you one of her paintings. I have it right here. This is one of my favorite paintings. Can y'all see? It's like super close, but I think I'm lagging a little bit. Can you see? Like, this is one of her paintings. And, oh, I can't see the whole thing. Anyway, I have a ton of her paintings. Go look. She's amazing. I love her, love her, love her, love her. And she's just a beautiful person. Like, thankfully, I can call her a friend. Like, we're friends. So, just in a part, do you think to make a new EP? We are going to record some more. So that's what I was going to say. Actually, Elizonda, I was going to say, I popped out of the womb singing. I know how to sing. Like, I can sing, I write music. I like words. I like playing with words. That's why I love to scribe. But, anyway, I had to learn how to do art. And so what my brain wants to do is be really perfect and nitpicky about it. But I've had to learn how to turn that part off. That's the right side, I believe the left side of the brain trying to take over. And there's a great book called Drawing with the Right Side of Your Brain or something like that. It's in my front living room, but it's helping me a lot. Let me look at the comments. Do flip throughs and less hustle, more true. Mimi Moose, I'm going to sprinkle flip throughs out with other content. Otherwise, no one's going to want to keep watching my channel. You've been trying for those wax pencils. Yes, this one. This is a wax pencil. They're awesome. And I get it from Jet Pens. I'm really sorry about the jets, y'all. The jets are really loud. I live right next to an Air Force base. And so they're really loud, especially when there's cloud cover. So I have been learning how to contour draw and stuff like that. So I learned that from Wendy, and what that does is it kind of forces you, because you don't pick up your pencil. You just keep scratching along with your pencil, and it makes you let go of all the nitpicky stuff that you may want to obsess about. That's what it does for me. Okay, so that's contour drawing. This is kind of a contour. I might have picked up my pencil a couple times since I have learned how to not fuss so much. But when I first started, I did not pick up my pencil because I was obsessive about perfection when I first started. And so that is something that you might struggle with, and contour drawing would be a good thing for you. Elizonda, like I said before, I would like to. I do have songs to record. It's an issue of time. Oh no! Did it freeze again? I can't. It's like not letting me. Am I frozen? Oh, there we go. Hey Cheryl. Supplies you recommend for beginning artist? A pencil, watercolor, and good paper. Really, truly, like, you don't need much. I've collected this over many years. Yes. Okay. So Tracy, what is endearing about the art that I love is that it's not perfect. It's beautifully imperfect. So anyway, let me keep going, or else I'll just keep talking about, the whys or whatever, not doing any house. Oh, there's my baby. So I have this is a massive iPad. This is my pro iPad my mama bought for me for my business. I have a saved folder on Instagram of florals. There's a lot of floral designers that obviously for their businesses, they want to show their work. And so I get inspired by these floral people. Hey, is it Kana, Michelle? Hey. So this is like, when you see some of my florals, it's because I've looked at something else. Now I'm not going to be able to do it exactly like this, but I'm kind of like the shape. I like these little things coming off here. I might be inspired by the colors, like pink and orange. Hello, everyone knows I love that. And there's little things that pop off here. So that's what I start with. Kana. Okay, cool. Thank you. That's what I start with. A live chat and a top chat. Oh, yeah. Oh, I need to, you know what? I gotta fix that too. Live chat. Am I missing people's stuff? I'm so sorry. Okay. Yes, Cheryl. And it's, you know, as far as like, here's my thing. Like, yes, don't care, but like, figure out if you make a mistake, don't care. But if it's really like bugging you, figuring out why it bugs you, and then just stop doing that. And for me, you know how like dogs like positive reinforcement, like you can train them anything with positive reinforcement, just a little bit of positive reinforcement and they'll like love you in that area forever. It's like your art. What is the positive thing? You might not like whatever you just made, but what's the one thing that you love about that piece of art, and do that again and keep it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Joannica. Okay, so I'm going to use this photo as a reference for my drawing. And these are the different pencils that I'm going to use. I'm going to start off with just a regular graphite. This is like a Draftmatic. It's what do you call it? A mechanical pencil. It's just really heavy duty. And I think the lead I have in this one is a HB. There's different leads you can purchase, whether they're soft or they're hard. If they're a hard lead, you can go a little lighter. They're harder, so you can, they're not going to spread out as much on the paper, and you'll get like a thinner line or a lighter line. The softer leads are thicker, a little thicker. Well, not thicker, I guess it's still 0.7, but you can kind of press down on them and they'll leave a darker line. So I'm going to start with this one, because when I start with my thin one, I break this lead all the time, because this is a 0.3, I believe. Yep, this is 0.3. This is 0.7. I don't remember what lead I have in this one. And this one's, gosh, a 2 point something. I don't even know what this lead is. This is a big, thick one. You can see, oh, there's this. It's big and thick. Let me see if I can, y'all see? Nope. I'm going too far. Right here. Yeah, see how thick that is? And I run this through paint a lot, so that's why you see all the gunkies. And then I have my wax pencil, I have my Stabilo All, and I have this big old fat graphite that I use for stuff. You on the lives? Oh, thank you. Thank you, MM. Oh, Kana, well, we're going to do some art right now. Maybe you can art along. So I'm going to use this pencil, and I'm going to do this for a journal page first, and then I want to, if I have time, if this gets too long, then I might have to do this separately on my own, but I want to show you all how you can do this in your journal. So it's, because, you know, on this, I want to do lots of layers and stuff, maybe let it dry in between different layers. On this, because we're working with some paper, you can go only so far before it gets, you know, sticky and bumpy and where it's getting hard to write on the other side. So let's do something that we can write on, you know. So let's see, I want to do, so I'm not going to lift up my pencil. I'm just gonna do this. This is, and I might not talk a lot because I get lost. It actually takes a lot of effort for me to turn off my brain. It really does. So that's what I'm concentrating on, is me not thinking. If that makes any sense at all. Kind of want to just do the outline. You want the idea of the flowers. For me, that's what I cannot focus on whether it looks real or not. I cannot, or else I will just be upset with myself. I'm not looking at comments right now because I'm like so focused. Okay, I'm not lifting up my pencil. I think I need something else here, so I'm just gonna, and sometimes I'm kind of like altering what it is, like I'm not quite, like something I've liked in the past, Like this is not what this flower looks like, but that's what I'm gonna put there. Okay, so that's good for that pencil. Let me see what I missed. Let's see. Get your lead out. Look, I'm gonna try your kiddos. Fascinating. Thanks. Impressionistic, yes, I love impressionistic. Watercolor. Depends what kind. Like for me, my watercolor technique is very forgiving. So this is the thin lead. Okay, you can barely see it, but I like that. I'm gonna try some like small, I love like random things, like, or not random, variations in my strokes. I need some more foliage, I think. And I don't want to overdo it. And then I'm gonna take this pencil and just kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna use a different one. I'm gonna use, where is it? This is I love this, Sketch and Wash. I've used it a lot in the past. You've probably seen me use it in my abstract florals thing. And what you can do is you take it and you just kind of go around some of the spots. Add some water and you wash over it and it kind of creates a shadow. I'll do this. So I just like to give it some variation. This one does good too, so let's do that one. It's a graphite washable. See how thick that is? And the cool thing, again, with abstracty expressionism stuff, okay, a realism person would not draw a shadow on a vase like that, but I don't care because that works for me. Like it's almost like you're purposely, how do I say this? It's almost like you're purposely saying, you know, sticking it to the perfectionist inside of you, if that makes sense. I have to do that all the time. I constantly have to just be like, no, like to my inner perfection person. Because again, this is something I had to learn. I popped out of the womb being very detail oriented, loving to organize, very mathematical, like super mathematical. Math's like my favorite, you know what I mean? So yeah, so there's that. What am I missing? You like to think growing. See, that's it. Okay, I don't know what hollyhocks are, but I would encourage you, Kana, to look at the hollyhocks and contour draw them. That's what I would encourage you to do. All right, I'm gonna dry this just so I can get a new layer going. So layers on a journal page are going to look different than layers for me on a like a paper like this, because I have the opportunity to go thicker, and with the journal page I want to stay as thin and as you know, not build up as possible. So I'm using watercolors, you know, and things like that. Bye, Cheryl. These are my watercolors. And I'm going to use this dagger brush. It's a dagger striper. I got this one from Hobby Lobby on sale. You can find the Neptune's one on Amazon. It's the same brush. These are like private label brushes. And so I use the big one and the small one a lot. Someone said they wanted me to do a whole video on brushes and what I use them for. I'm happy to do that. I'm going to put that in the queue. Hey, Natalie. Thank you, Kana. Okay, so I'm going to use up some of this paint that This is called Venetian Red. It is so pretty. And I'm going to use it. If you use it really lightly, it gets to be this very pretty pink color. And again, I'm not going to fuss about it being perfectly in the thing. My whole point is loose. I want it to be loose. I don't want to fuss with it. So I'm going to try in the same way that you're, try to think about, how would I say think? Try to remember what your brain was doing with the contour drawing and apply that to the watercolor is what I'm trying to say. So I'm just going to kind of plop. I just say it's more like intentional plopping is what this is. Okay, this is a lighter pink. So maybe like really light. I use Daniel Smith watercolors. Okay, I think this is opera pink. It's like really bright. We need some orange. That was supposed to be orange. Oh well. Okay, let's do this one then, kind of orange. We can layer over this too. I'll show you how we can do it, but it needs to be dry. Loosey-goosey. Yep, yep. And then so at some point, I do turn off the iPad just so I don't fixate on the picture. I want it, now it's like I've got kind of a base here and I want to keep going with that, if that makes sense. And sometimes I don't even like fill in all of them. I just let them, you know, let them do what they do. See how I did? Okay, look, see how I didn't even get in the lines. This was a in-your-face perfectionist move, okay? Oh, my camera's over here. Crap. Sorry, I keep doing that. Alrighty, let's see. I just love it. I think why I like this kind of art so much is it gives people the permission to do the same, to just do it. Just do the art. Have fun, you know? Let me see. Okay, let me see what am I journaling every day during the quarantine? Do you mean like arting or journaling? I'm doing something creative every day. I'm trying to anyway, if I have the time. Yeah. Let's see, I want to do a pop of blue here. I'll probably layer that. Thank you, Kristen. This is my Daniel Smith. It's Daniel Smith paints. They're my favorite, and I feel like worth every penny. I mean, it really does make a difference what supplies you're able to use. I have a video out there. Maybe I can put a card in of, what am I trying to say? Of me using like kid stuff for journal pages. Like Crayola crayons and marker and all that, and like Crayola. Let's see, and I think I want to do, let's see here. I think this will be good for my first layer. I've been collecting these for years and like 4 or 5 years. Whenever the first watercolor video came out, like it's been a while for sure. But I'd say start slow. And also there's people online who sell pans. Okay, I'm gonna let this be my first layer. I'm gonna try to read comments as I do this. I'm sorry about the noise. Okay, once it's dry, I cheat. There's many real watercolor artists that would be horrified to see that I am heat drying my stuff. But you know what? It gives me joy to keep going. I don't want to wait. So I'm definitely gonna keep going. Let's see, I use Koi and Jane Davenport. Metallic of some dot cards. Dang, okay, that is the way to go. Thank you, Charlotte, for reminding me. Here's the thing. If you want to get in like with really cool watercolor, like, you know, I say really cool, higher grade watercolor, then I would highly suggest getting the dot card from Daniel Smith, because it's a great cost-effective way to see what you like. You know what I'm saying? Give you hope that your art can get where you actually like it, but everything. Kindergarten's okay. That's okay too. All right, I'm gonna go super red on this. No, I'm not going to do that. Maybe here. So you're just kind of like having fun with it and layering watercolor. That's really it. I mean, I would be happy with just this, honestly. Christy, I don't think I have an option to not post it. I think it will be posted. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Usually they're all posted like automatically. I don't think they, I mean, I made it public, if that's what you mean. Okay. Let's see, I need to do something like, let's do something like this. I don't even know what this little guy needs to be up here. Thank you, Tracy. I am just playing. I just like to play. Playing's the best. So it's not, again, it's not perfect. It's not like, I think it's just really cool. Let me see if I can zoom up. And when I mean zoom, I mean show ya. So other things I could do to this, you know, I love wandering lines. Like, I think that's what my abstract class will be called, is lines less taken. And so, where's my pen? So like, for instance, a lot of times I like putting a little abstract in with my stuff. And there's something about going around things. I feel like it's very womb-like. It means something to me. And that's another thing. Like, what are you going through when you are doing your journaling and stuff? Like, what is it that in that time, maybe there's something it's speaking to you in that moment. You know what I mean? I like to think. I'm a deep thinker. I don't do things. I'd like to do things intentionally. You know what I mean? So, and that'll become part of something, you know, for instance, I like to do things in threes a lot of times, like with marks and stuff, because it reminds me of the Trinity, like God. I hide that in somewhere. And then like this womb-like thing, like all the stickers that I show you yesterday with those are like wombs to me, like something's being born. You know what I mean? Okay, so how long has this been? 35 minutes already, oh my gosh. Okay, so same in 3, yep. So what else could we do to this? I feel like I don't want to overdo it. Again, this is a journal page, so I'm going to be writing a lot. But, I mean, you can add some more stuff, like maybe you could put some washi somewhere, or, you know, maybe I want to Maybe add a little acrylic, just a little bit. I don't mind using these acrylics on my journal pages because they're very thin. They're very thin and matte. You can actually write over this one if you wanted to with the Noodler's Lexington Gray. I do kind of want to add a little bit of layering. So this is how I would layer. I would layer doing this kind of stuff. Where's a good brush that I can use? I guess I can use this one. Let's see. Ooh, I need to shake this up. It's separating inside. I'm not feeling bling for this one. I'm feeling very natural or layers. A blog with your beautiful singing, like a worship sesh. Ooh, see, that's another thing. Yes, watch. So that's another thing you could do. I like Bible verses. So for this one, you could hide in there, the grass withers, the flowers fade, but the word of the Lord lasts forever, or something like that. Would be fun. So again, this whole thing of learning not how to be a perfectionist, I really learned that I have to say from Wendy. If you watch Wendy, there's if you take any of her classes, I'd suggest, I will put a link down for her classes. You impart, okay, you teach what you know, you impart who you are, okay? And Wendy has a very special way to impart freedom in your painting and your art. It's true. Yeah, you do go real loose, real loosey-goosey, you know? Sometimes I do it with my non-dominant hand just to, like, you know, change it up. What is this? It says I'm standing? I don't know what's happening. Let's see. This one's a little thicker, but I'll do it anyway. So just like layers are fun to me. Isaiah 55, I have a whole song on Isaiah 55. It's like one of my favorite chapters in the Bible. I love it so much. Today, actually, I was reading Obadiah, and I was like, oh, that's a small book. I can get through it. And it was like, wham, like all this stuff. Even in Obadiah, I was like, okay, note to self, don't hold a grudge on my brothers and sisters. And, you know, like I'm really meditating on Psalms 91 with this whole virus thing, and I want to do an abstract series through Psalms 91. I think that'd be super cool. Yeah, acrylic and watercolor is a great way to layer. Here's like some acrylic ink. You could do something like that. Another fun thing that I like to do is taking like black ink or a black, you know, filled up, where is it? This thing. And adding some different lines and stuff. Just explore and play and find what you like. But I think that's pretty good. I'm excited about doing more on a different page because I probably wouldn't go too much thicker than that. So look at the back of it. See how crinkly awesome? This is how I get my crinkliness because it's gotten wet. I love it so much. So let's see. So that's not even barely legible, but I know it's there and I know what it means and what it says. And that's very important that you know what it means and it says. Another way to layer without adding a lot of thickness is by colored pencils. That's another way to layer. So for instance, let's see. Now, if you do this when it's too wet, it'll do weird things. But this is what I mean. Like, okay, this doesn't look like a windy floral because it's super loose as far as like the lines and everything. But I'm using some of the techniques that she has taught and, you know, being free and all that stuff. Let's see, what is this? Let's try this. Like stuff like that. Like I only did one leaf. That's the kind of stuff she would do. And my inside, I'd be like, what? But it looks so pretty. I'm going to keep it. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. The pencils are awesome. We're adding like another leaf with just a pencil. You know what I mean? And then you can just add marks and different stuff like that. I never liked, that's the other thing. I tend to, when I would do something like this, I'd want to do it like to balance it out on the other side of the page. But I had to make myself not do that because there's something beautiful just about that one thing right there. It is Tomoe River at 68 grams. Yep. Thank you. This has been fun right here. I think there's a cat hair right there. And always adding some sort of abstract element. I love that. I think that's good. I don't want to overwork it because I tend to do that a lot. So I'll just, you know, I have this page right here. I'll just kind of do my date and I'll keep going and I'll let that dry and everything. Thank you. Andy, thanks. That's really kind. The light purple is Daniel Smith, Wisteria. This one or this one? Which one? One's Wisteria and one's lavender, I believe. Yeah, Wisteria and lavender. They're kind of like pastel-y. But what do you think? Should we do another one and me just kind of art and y'all hang out and I answer questions or comments or whatever? Or should I stop? Because I don't want to waste your time. It's been 43 minutes already. Does anyone have any questions about this? About the process, about the products? Anybody who wasn't able to make it earlier? Keep going. Y'all are super sweet. I think I can. I have to pick up some products, some more Fat Baby Howard cards at like 1, but I think I have more time. So if I shut my mouth and just do the art, would y'all be okay with this? And just check comments every once in a while? The left. Yeah, that's Wisteria. Okay. This is exactly what it'll look like when it dries. It's pretty much almost all dry. The only things that are not dry right now on this is the little bit of acrylic right here and right here. So this is a great way to layer in your journal, layering your watercolors, putting a little acrylic paint, thin acrylic paint, like not the thick bodied stuff like your craft paints and stuff. I mean, this is not going in a gallery, so I can use whatever paint I want as long as it's thin. Pencils, marks, scribbly words, all that fun stuff. Donna, that's cool. There's literally like big time artists that's what they do, and they do different fun coloring things with like circles or just shapes. Seriously. I'm excited about the writing. That's my favorite, is the words. The words! Oh my gosh. I love it. I do have time. Okay, so I'm going to play with this paper. I've never watercolored on this. I saw it at Walmart, actually. So, I mean, it's Canson. It's not horrible. I mean, I could still probably sell it if I wanted to. which I probably will. It's not horrible. It's like, how many pounds is it? 136 pounds, so it's not quite 240. Normally I go on 240 watercolor paper, so we'll see. We'll see. What are y'all saying? Bible pages would be about this color. Yeah, I would say so. Are y'all talking like a journaling Bible? I think it would. Journaling Bibles are fun. All right, let me find a different flower to do on my iPad. Let's see. Alrighty. Sometimes I just like them to float. See, like I do model pictures for portrait inspiration, for portraits and such. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look, Donna, this is one of my favorite artists. Oh, why isn't it loading? Do you see this? This is their art. I think it's so cool. It's just so minimal and cool. And they're like a big deal. Okay. Might try... Oh, sorry, I just want to make sure I get a cool one. I'll just do the same one. Keep it easy because I like that one. That's another thing. That's another thing that my brain will want to do. My perfectionist brain is like, well, you've done that one already. You can't do it again. No! Who said I can't do it again? It's redonkulous. I'm going to do it again. Okay. I don't use Pinterest, Kristen. That's a black hole that I decided to avoid a long time ago. Right now I'm looking at chicken coops because I'm getting chickens. And, oh my God, I can tell my time being sucked away with Pinterest. Thanks, Kana. I'm so glad. That makes me so happy. That makes me so happy that you're inspired. Okay, so I'm going to go here. Very loosey-goosey again. See how far I'm holding away that's another way to stop control. This, you'll want to control more. This, you won't want to control more. It's super helpful. Before I started having ooh, play with them. Play with your watercolors. Do it, do it. Ooh, you have 12 chickens. That's amazing. Well, in my area, I'm so happy. Y'all know I used to live in an apartment. And so I obviously can't have chickens. We literally almost got one of those tiny, they're called, what are they called? They're little tiny chickens. And you can put a diaper on them. And you can like have them as pets in the house and stuff. Like, that's how crazy. That's how crazy I am with animals. But anyway, so we used to have in Montana, we used to have 2 Rhode Island Reds, and I believe the other ones were Orpington Buffs. So that's what we had. And I think I want to go again. Rhode Island Reds are amazing for eggs. They lay really well. Orpington buffs are a dual purpose bird. I would never eat my own chicken unless it came to it where it was like, you know, the apocalypse or something. Actually, I've been a vegan for almost 40 days. I'm on a special fast for the Jesus fast. And so I haven't eaten meat and I'm like not even missing it. So I feel like I should continue that. I feel great. So I might keep it up actually. All right, so this is gonna be my base of what's happening here. And do that. It's gonna be a still life and I'll fill in all this stuff with different things later as I'm inspired. Julia, which kitty? Is it the black kitty that you're talking about? What else am I missing? Oh yeah, stockpile. Can't believe. Oh, hi, Lucy. Love you. Bantum. I don't know what that is. The little silky. They're not silky. They're tiny. They have lavender Orpingtons. Oh, are they good egg layers too? I want eggs. That's what I want. Let me look and see. Tiny chickens. They're called. My friend had them. Bro. Oh, what are they called? I gotta look this up and tell you because my friend had them. They were raising them, and they offered me Seramas. They're tiny. Their little eggs are like my thumbnail or something. Tiny little eggs, and they're like tiny chickens. Seramas. Whoa, that's crazy. And they go broody. What is that? I know that they're, yeah, Seramas. Crazy. Okay, let me grab my palette paper. I am gonna start with some watercolor because I wanna see how it does, but I also want to layer. I think for me, it's the process that really helps. So I'm gonna go switch to my bigger dagger brush. Might go ahead and do some variations in some of these lines. Just to like have fun again, like it's finding the joy in the process of it. You know what I mean? If you're not having fun, then what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Seriously. All right. Dude, look up the tiny chickens. They're so cute. Yes. I've had a double yolk before. They're great. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Oh, that's horrible. Hey, honey. That's my husband. Julia, are you referring to Howard? I don't know if you're referring to Fat Baby Howard. He actually passed. Yeah, unfortunately, he's not with us anymore. He got real sick, and I don't even know, like, exactly what happened. Okay. Like they said he had asthma, but hey, Ellen. I don't know. Ooh, I really like how this looks on this paper. I like how it's like traveling, the little linen things. The baby one, baby count? Fat Baby Howard or baby count? I say baby for lots of things. Okay, is there anything else? Did I put anything else in here? I can't tell where it is. Nope. Okay. Only their egg-laying hen survived. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's so sad. That is so sad. Jesus be with them. Let's try some watercolor. Where's my bigger? I need my, oh, there it is. I'm just kind of. It's kind of like just sitting on the top here. It's not really, I can't really go with a lot of water, it seems like. Let me see if I can soak some of this up. Thank you, Donna. We'd make a psalm. Yeah, psalms are awesome. I mean, David was a man after God's own heart, so it would be good of us to read what he had to say. He also tapped into the Melchizedek priesthood, which is pretty rad. If you don't know about it, my husband has lots of teaching on it. It's life-changing for sure. Do I enjoy magazine collages? Baby count, I don't know where he is right now. Somewhere. He was like giving me the stink eye this morning. For sure. One thing that I have to be super, like, I don't have really great color intuition. That's one thing that Wendy is awesome at. So this is literally advertised for oil and acrylic. So it's not advertised for watercolor, but I wanted to see what it would do. Magazine collages, I'm not really super into them. Like, I mean, I'm not against them if anyone wants to do them. I'm just, I don't really do them myself. I used to do more collage-y type stuff back in the day, but I kind of have found that for me, it's, I get like what are they called? A wild hair, where I want to do it, a collage type deal, and it'll look like this. It's not with magazine stuff, it's with bits. Let me see if I can find one. Bits. So, like, this is kind of collage-y to me. Bits. How many times do you want to hear me say that? I don't know. It's more like that. Not really. Do I have any other ones that are like really collage-y? I have these pages that I call them, like they're vignettes of a ton of stuff that I just have flying around on my desk that I just need to use up. I get these moments of like, oh, there's so much stuff on my desk. I need to take care of that. And I'll take care of it by making a collage on my page, which, yeah, here they are, like this. I think I've got to flip through this one already where I show that. So I always get nervous showing my journals on here because, like, who's going to read my stuff? I'm sweating so bad. Always. I feel like, why am I sweating so bad? Okay. Definitely want to do layers of stuff in this. So, like, okay, for instance, Mindy Lacefield, love her. I love her fun style with the well, I do them owls, but they're girls, like girls, and everyone's like, why do they look so sad? I think they're cute. Like a lot of people get onto me about my sad owls, but I think they're adorable. I think they're so cute. But anyway, what I love, I mean, I besides doing the owls, I really don't do much like that with portraits and things like that, even though I really love what she does. But what I have learned is how she layers. I really enjoy taking what she does with her layering and applying that to whatever I'm doing. So I'm going to try to do that with this. So you're really basically, when you start out, you're definitely getting tons of inspiration from people that you like and you love. Do not be afraid to do that. There's some people have, you know, they'll see that you post something that looks like theirs and they get threatened, and then they're like, you copied me. Well, I mean, when people start off, how are they supposed to do stuff? That's why I started that thing, community is greater than competition, because I got burned because I would be inspired by someone, give them credit, and I still got burned for that. And it was like, dude, I'm literally a baby. Now my stuff looks nothing like that person's, but I had to start somewhere. You know what I mean? Yes, you can totally watercolor with pencil. I mean, it's graphite. If it's a wash pencil, then it's going to do something different. Hey, Elizabeth. Your battery is at 10%. Posted some chicken breeds. Okay, cool. I'll look at that. Hi, Roseanne. Cool. Sweating. I think it's this room, honestly, because I only sweat in here and I get nervous. I'm always nervous with the live and stuff. Cool beans, Jenny. That's awesome. Don't overthink it. Yep. So I'm not going to go over the pencils just because it'll take more time, but if you rewatch it, you can see all the pencils that I use. I'm sorry. My favorite water brushes. So any kind that you get at the store, I guess. I don't really use water brushes much, but like, you know, those koi ones or something. Yes, I have read Still Like an Artist. Love it. Yes. Oh, you're so sweet, Roseanne. No, I'm literally pitting out. It's bad. I'm pitting out. It's horrible. So bad. So I need to like keep it to like 3 colors probably. So I'm going to refer to my Joy Notes binder. Where is it at? Just to kind of like not go crazy with colors. This is where I have to be very intentional. So like, I think besides the foliage, I think I want to stick with like this kind of stuff. Okay. And I will just do that. So that's Pyrrole Orange, which I think, and I can always mix these around. That's Sienna. This is Pyrrole. Okay. I can mix them if I want. I'm so sorry, Elizabeth. Yeah, I'm so thankful for my house. So thankful. Like David and I, every day, we just thank Jesus for our house because, I mean, it's really a refuge for us. We've moved a lot and there it is. And, oh, that's cool. See, that's making me so happy. Making me very happy right now. Anyway, I was to say, like, we were very, very, very thankful for our home because we didn't have a home for a long time. I mean, we did. We had an apartment. Like, we had, you know, I'm not being ungrateful for the apartment. I'm just saying that it was very hard to make it like a refuge because there was constantly like fights going on or kids being loud or whatever. Here's my thing, guys, with the whole being inspired by other people. It is super cool if you can give shout outs to folks just to thank them and honor them for what they've shared with you. That's totally cool. Like, there's a difference between someone being inspired and then giving you like an honorable mention, you know what I mean? Of like, hey, this person really helped me out or whatever. And versus someone who just takes completely your stuff and then says, look what I created by myself. Now, this is also what will happen though. As you get going and as you start like, you know, learning more about your style and stuff, people are gonna have same ideas that you do that you didn't even know existed. So this happened to me. Like, what was it? I think it was Rae Sigmund. She's gotten into watercolor kind of recently. And she did the watercolor first, and then she did lines later. Well, I did that, you know, in 2017. Am I mad about it? No, I'm not mad about it. I didn't invent doing that. But, you know what I mean? I'm not going to get upset about stuff like that. That's redonkulous. Like, yeah, so I know people who are seasoned, they just have ideas just like everybody else. And it happens sometimes. We all, like, the spirit of creativity comes from one source. So eventually we're all going to have very similar ideas. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but there is a difference though. I do get it when, like, for instance, there was a stamp set that I created and I scored the internet to make sure that no one had done it, you know, again, because it was retired. Nobody made it anymore. And then someone else made the exact font stamp set. I was like, dang, that was bold. It was very bold. And, you know, the font's not my font. I cannot. Now, if I had created the font, I could actually take legal action over that. But the person bought the font license just like I did. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is just a bummer because, you know, I really worked hard to have, you know, I wanted to go through with the idea and all this stuff. So anyway, that was just a bummer. Let's see what I'm missing. What do you mean making a journal, Donna? I don't make journals. What do you mean? Tell me what you mean. Like physically making a bound book? Is that what you're talking about? Tell me. How are the boys? Nothing's really changed for us, y'all. We're very introverted people. We're just not, you know what I mean? Like, nothing's really changed much for us. Like, this isn't like normal life for us to be home all the time. We just don't do much, you know? Let's see. So they're fine. Playing with Legos. My son entered a Lego competition recently, and he's like getting some good boats and stuff, which is fun. What does your tattoo say on your right arm? I'm belonging to the Lord. So my music belongs to the Lord. The owls I just like. My photography belongs to the Lord. And now I need to put like plops of watercolor because my art belongs to the Lord. Because before I was not doing art, but now I am. So it's Isaiah 44:5, I believe, and they will write on their arm belonging to the Lord. I'm pretty sure that's the verse. What was that binder you just looked like? This is my Joy Notes, and I'm doing a class on it soon-ish. I'm doing a class in the UK first, and then I'll probably be like getting the rest of it for good for book binding. I don't enjoy binding books, peeps, so I won't do it. You know, I love that people like doing it, but I don't like doing it. I'm like, I could do other things. I could design a new washi. I could, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just one of those things where it's not like I can't. I've done it before. I just don't really like to. It's the issue. No, your Joy book binder. Okay, yeah. This is Joy Notes. It's just a binder, just a regular scrapbooky. I think it's like a snapshot something. I got it for $7 on clearance, and there's these little things in it, and I just keep my Joy Notes in it. Yep. I am coming to the UK. Yep. Yep. What should the back be? I don't know what to do because I don't want it to blend in. I'm trying to figure out what I want this background to be. It's gotta be, maybe what I'll do. Yes, Joy Notes. Snap. It's Snap. That's what it is. Oops. Stop driving an 18-wheeler. Let me be around home. Reading a Bible. Yes. Guitar is awesome. Although, sadly, so I went and saw the orthopedic surgeon yesterday. And my husband and I got in a car accident. And I'm having some major issues with my shoulders. I don't know what to do for the background. I might just do like cream and stuff. But anyway, unfortunately, every time I play my guitar standing up, and it's most of the time, I have major issues with pain after because it aggravates the neck. I had some bulging, whatever, the discs were out of alignment like by 2 point something millimeters. Anyway, so he was kind of telling me, you know, this could be surgery later. Right now I think it's okay, but I'm having to do some therapy and things like that to try to get it better because that's like my livelihood, you know, like part of it is playing the guitar. So it's kind of a bummer. Roseanne, have you been following Planner Fest? First off, if you're not on my mailing list, I'm going to be, anybody from the UK, I'm going to be putting a mailing newsletter thingy about the Planner Fest soon here. And so I'm doing it next week. I was supposed to do it last week, but things have gotten pushed back a week. I feel kind of bad because it was supposed to be last week. Because of Howard passing, I have kind of had weird whatever, but so if you haven't signed up, I don't really send a lot of spam mail or anything. Like that's like when you'll find out first of my classes and stuff like that on my mailing list. And then what am I trying to do here? And then Planner Fest, I'm going to be there in the greater Manchester area on the 22nd of August. What is this? I feel like this is Odina Wakely Scribble Stick. Hey, Sue. I really want to go acrylic with this and see what it does. I like having the watercolor underneath. But I think we're getting like super long. It's like already at 75 minutes, y'all. This is getting crazy. I do have a pretty good strap. I mean, I don't think I get it any wider. That would be weird. But Yeah, it's just a bummer. And piano too. It's the same thing with the piano. Like if I sit at the piano for 2 hours, then it's like, oh, I'm dying. So I think that's what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna just finish this up off camera where I can really focus and get lost in it. It's hard, like, I feel like I have to really, I want to engage when I'm on lives and stuff, and it's hard to interrupt my process in my head. It's hard to explain. It's like you get lost in what you're doing and not thinking about things, but then you kind of have to interrupt it and then re-engage or whatever with what you're doing. So I think I'm gonna check out. I have been in chiropractic since the accident. Yeah, so it's kind of working, not really. I think I need to get a good massage. That's what I need to get, but I can't do that right now, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, it's really tough. It's tough. So anyway, that's what I got so far. But I'm going to keep going with acrylic and see what happens. I'm very excited about it. I like the way that the, what's the word in my teacher friends? It's very tactile, like the way that the acrylic feels on the paintbrush going on to the paper. It's a different, or the canvas, it's like a different feel. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit of resistance there, whereas watercolor, it's very free flowing. So there's something between watercolor is great to like let really loose, and acrylic is great as like your next step of I'm gonna let go and not be super, you know, controlling with this. It's kind of like a fun like prize. You know what I mean? But hey, Maria. All right, I will see you guys later. I gotta go pick up some products. Hopefully this was fun for you. This was the page we did on the journal, and this is the page that we did on the oil and acrylic paper, but I put watercolor on it because I'm having fun. And I am today, literally on my agenda today, I have on the agenda to solidify my outline for my class, my I Am a Scribe class. Yeah. I know, chiropractic's good. Tia, I get them from Taroko Shop. And there's a link, I'll put a link in when this thing goes up, and there's a link in my last live if you want to go check that out now. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me and taking your time, spending your time with me. I know time is a valuable commodity. And so you're awesome. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging. And I don't have any, I have an Earl Grey video that I haven't even looked at. I think I'm gonna post it next week. And then I wanna do the brush video. I do a little bit better, honestly, as far as teaching when I'm able to edit myself and be able to like not have people, you know what I mean? In class, it's different. When I'm in person with people, it's a little bit different because I can see their faces and stuff. But on lives, it's a little harder for me. My mind is like in a million different directions. And so it's a little easier to teach when I'm filming and then editing and then posting it. So I'll try to do a brush video. And then I want to do like, this will be a lesson, the different types of pencils probably. Basically classes, oh my gosh, I don't want to enable y'all, but that's what it does. Alrighty, thanks Gina, you're really kind. I don't feel like a pro at all. All right, y'all, I'm going to, I think I can turn it off here. I love you guys so much. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.